The key shook in my grip, icy against my skin as I stood frozen outside our apartment door. The hallway carried its usual mix of stale coffee and the neighbor's curry, a scent that normally grounded me. Tonight, though, even the air seemed tense, like it was waiting. I'd come home early. Too early. I wanted to surprise Leia with takeout from her favorite Thai spot. The paper bag crinkled in my hand, lemongrass faint but sharp in the air. I slid the key into the lock, the click of it sounding like a gunshot in the silence. The living room was shadowed, the only glow seeping from the bedroom door left half open. Then I heard it, Leia's laugh. Soft, unguarded. My stomach clenched, but not in suspicion. For a moment, it felt like joy, the kind of laugh she used to have when we stayed up late, whispering dreams beneath the sheets. I stepped forward, boots quiet on the floor, ready to call her name. But then I saw. She was sitting on his lap, silk blouse sliding from one shoulder, her fingers tracing the collar of a crisp white shirt. His shirt, Daniel's shirt. Her boss, the man she always called charming, with a laugh that never touched her eyes. His hand rested firmly on her thigh, like it belonged there. The bag slipped from my grip, hitting the floor with a dull thud, lemongrass mixed with betrayal in the air. Evan. Leia's voice cracked as her head snapped toward me. Her eyes widened, glassy, locking on mine. Daniel didn't flinch. His hand stayed where it was, his face unreadable. My chest burned like someone had doused my heart in gasoline and struck a match. I wanted to yell, to destroy everything in sight, but I stood frozen, blood pounding in my ears. Evan, it's not. She slid off his lap, her blouse snagging on her belt, revealing skin I'd kissed 1,000 times. The sight gutted me. Don't. My voice came out jagged, low. It didn't even sound like mine. It sounded like a stranger who had already lost everything. Daniel rose, cool as ever, adjusting his tie. Let's handle this like adults, he said, tone smooth and practiced, like he'd rehearsed this moment. I hated him, hated the expensive cologne that lingered, sharp and suffocating, like he owned the space, like he owned her. Get out. My eyes stayed locked on Leia. She flinched, twisting her hands together, her wedding ring flashing like a cruel joke. Evan, please, she whispered, stepping closer. Jasmine, her perfume, always jasmine. It hit me like a memory I couldn't escape. Explain, I said. The word felt like ash. Explain why you're on his lap in our bedroom, why you come home smelling like him, why you've been lying to me. Her lips parted, but nothing came. Daniel cleared his throat. This doesn't need to get out of hand. Evan, we're all human. Things happen. I turned on him, fists clenched. You don't get to speak. Not in my house. He raised his hands in mock surrender, backing toward the door. I'll give you two space, he said, glancing at her. The look they shared, brief, loaded, cut deeper than any words. He left, the door shutting softly, leaving behind a silence that roared. Leia dropped onto the couch, burying her face in her hands. I stood there, the takeout bag at my feet, the room spinning. The signs had been there, hadn't they? Late nights blamed on deadlines. Her phone buzzing at odd hours, silenced too quickly. The way she stopped reaching for me in the dark. I told myself it was stress, her new promotion. I told myself I was enough. How long? My voice was barely a whisper. She looked up, eyes red, mascara streaked. It's not what you think, she stammered, voice trembling. How long? Her gaze fell. 3 months. It started small, just talking. He listened. He saw me. I let out a bitter laugh. I've been seeing you for 10 years, Leia. I saw you when you broke down over your mom's diagnosis. I saw you when you danced around this apartment after your promotion. I saw you every damn day. And it still wasn't enough. You were gone, she snapped, voice raw, trembling with guilt or anger. Always working. Always building someone else's dream house while I was here, drowning, alone. Her words hit like a slap. So this is my fault? I was working for us, Leia, for the house you wanted, the life you wanted. I didn't want a house, she cried, standing, hands shaking. I wanted you. I wanted us. And Daniel, he was here. Her confession hung between us, heavy and suffocating. And I saw it. The slump at her shoulders, the crack in her voice. She wasn't just betraying me. She was broken, too. And that shattered me all over again. My eyes drifted to the photo above the fireplace. Our wedding day. Her smile brighter than the sun. My arm around her like I'd never let go. I wanted to smash it. I wanted to hold it. God, I didn't know. What now? My voice was hollow. What do you want, Leah? She didn't answer at first. The silence stretched. Finally, she whispered, I don't know. I love you, Evan. I do, but I don't know if I'm still in love with you. The room tilted. I gripped the counter. The cold granite, the only thing holding me steady. Years of building a life together, crumbling in one night. I thought of every late shift, every weekend on the job site, every brick I'd laid for us, for her. And for what? I walked into the bedroom. Her suitcase sat open on the bed, clothes spilling out like secrets. I grabbed his shirt, the white one, and hurled it into the hall. Then another, and another. Evan, stop, she cried, tears streaming. But I couldn't. I tore through the closet, yanking out anything that smelled of him, throwing it all into the hallway until it looked like a battlefield of fabric and betrayal. Pack. My voice was ice. You're leaving? Evan, please. Pack. I roared. She flinched, covering her mouth with trembling hands. I hated myself for it, but I hated her more. Or maybe not. Maybe I just hated what we'd become. She moved slowly, stuffing clothes into the suitcase, mechanical and silent. I watched, heart-splitting, love and rage clawing at each other inside me. When she zipped it shut, she looked at me, eyes pleading for something I no longer had. I'm sorry, she whispered, voice breaking. I never meant to hurt you. I said nothing. I couldn't. She walked out, the door closing softly behind her. The apartment felt cavernous, empty. I sank to the floor beside the takeout bag, its lemongrass scent now sour. I thought of her laugh, the one I'd heard earlier, and realized it wasn't mine anymore. Maybe it never had been. But as silence swallowed me whole, one thought cut through the wreckage, sharp and cold. This wasn't the end. Not yet. I had built a life once. I could build again. And maybe, just maybe, I'd make sure she never forgot the weight of this moment for as long as she lived. Would you like me to make this tighter and more cinematic like a movie script, or novel style more descriptive and immersive?